What up, what up, what up, y'all? Thank y'all for coming back to another episode of the Circle Podcast with your co-host E, my brother L. What's up with your brother?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man, it's been a minute, man. What, about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or something?
Yeah, about to.
Yeah, man. How you been, brother?
No complaints, man. Had a
Yeah.
few like plumbing things going on, but
Yeah.
other than that, man, not gonna complain.
Let me tell you something. This homeowner shit, man, it's great, but sometimes I be feeling like this for the birds, man. It's for the birds, bro. Like, dog, if
Yep.
it ain't one thing, it's the next. Like, and not to mention everything else revolving around it, like your cars need repaired, lawn service, and dog,
And
my closet shelf just fell down again, so I have to try to get it replaced. Dog, I had because first Lawrence fell down,
mm-hmm.
so my pops, good looking the pops, he helped. You know, I mean, he the handyman, so he helped come over repair it. Mine fell down. I tried to repair it myself. You know, I ain't too much of a handyman, but I'm willing to try. I'll go out
Right.
there, you see what I could do. You know, YouTube it up, go to Home Depot, ask around. Um, and I thought I was all right. It wasn't perfect. I thought I was all
Yeah.
right. I think the brackets, I had the wrong brackets, whatever. But I'm like, whatever. I went to Home Depot like 4 or 5 times to get this one thing together. So I'm like, I ain't going no more. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Damn thing just fell a few weeks ago. So now I got some of my clothes just sitting on the couch, man. Dog.
Oh, we had the same thing. Tamika's uh clothes rack, it just fell the other day. And I spent about 45 minutes like trying to figure it out and get it back up. So it's holding strong for now. Hopefully it stay in place.
You might as well get some. If you can't do it, just get somebody to do it, man. I'm about to look in the
Yeah.
Home Depot. Usually they got people that can come out and service what you're looking for. That's what I'm about to do, man. If there's one thing I hate, bro, it's all right to be a little junky, but I hate a fucking junky house, man. And I feel like I'm in a junky house now that my clothes rack fell and some of my clothes are chilling on the sofa. I hate it, bro. I hate it. Man,
Nah.
bro. Man. Shit, I had to put because in my house there's sliding doors or whatever. So I had to cut a hole in the wall and put the door back on track. Nah, it went well though. It went well though.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't too much of a handyman, but I will try. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it it's a process, man. It's a process, brother. Man, but enough about, you know what I mean, my personal woes and with home ownership. You know, I'm thankful and blessed to have a home to have these problems
Right.
in. So, you know, that it's always glass half full. Today's episode was inspired by a conversation that we had towards the end of last episode. When I may have been a prisoner in the moment, we'll soon find out. I may have been a prisoner in the moment by saying Kanye. What did I say? Kanye maybe
Top
top five,
top
maybe
five.
prisoner of the moment, maybe I'm not. We'll find out. This episode is some of our personal favorite producers. And even I want to. No, I mean, I'm putting this out there now. I'm pretty sure you probably had a chance to think about it. Maybe future goats in producer, man. Like, who do you see that could possibly climb in that space?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I already got a few names in my head, but we'll see what's up, man. Um, but yeah, man, top
Okay.
five. Because we couldn't just do like overall objective because it's all in who you like, what you feel, and it just the pendulum swings on any given day, depending on how you feel. You may be in this mood, you may be in that mood. So yeah, man. You want to go first? You want to kick it off, or you kick it off?
Yeah.
I'll kick it.
Okay.
I kick it off, man.
Okay.
So you want to go one for one, like back and forth?
Yeah, why do that?
First producer that came to mind, bro. Gonna give it to DJ Premier.
Okay.
And why I pick DJ Premier as one of my top 5 favorite producers, man? It's something about the way he samples, man. Like, and to any producers or anybody that's musically inclined, feel free to chime in the comment section or what have you. But when I went back and listened to some of his work, and like just the grittiness of it, bro. Like he had a certain grit to it. He still kept the integrity of the sample, almost like usually, people go with the high pitch sampling and soul sample and things of that nature. But with him, it seemed like he didn't mess with it or really touch it up too much, where you still can hear the natural sound of the sample without it being touched up too much. The drums were gritty and the drums always had a certain vintage, dusty feel to it on his beats, man. And I love the way sometimes, I don't know if anybody else did this, but one thing that I always stuck out with Premier before we even did this was one, the scratching on the records, and two, almost the samples, the vocal samples he used, almost like they boosting the MC and having a conversation with you almost on the track. For example, Nas is like, half man, half amazing. Like the samples he used almost help boost the MC, and it's almost like they the hype man on the song almost. It seemed like. So that's what I had picked DJ Premier. One thing, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, when I think of his production, this imagery is crazy. Sunshine peeking through a dirty window, bro. Sunshine peeking through a dirty window, bro, in the morning, bro. That's what it makes me feel like. Like it's gritty and grimy, but it's beautiful at the same time. Know what I mean? Some of my favorite joints from DJ Premier, A Million Questions, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Mathematics by Mos Def. Bucka.
Yeah.
KRS-One, MCs act like they don't know.
Man.
Ba-dum. To this day, if you drop that in the party, nigga, please.
Yeah.
I was just like, maybe my favorite DJ Premier beat of all time, maybe. You know what? I'm not gonna say that, but it's definitely in my top 3 at least. Above the clouds. Above the clouds. Ain't Stop Moment of Truth out. And another one of my personal favorites is Royalty off the Moment of Truth album.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So that's the reason why I picked DJ Premier, man. And when you hear him, when you hear his production, you have no other choice but to think about hip hop when you listen to him. There's no other choice but to think about hip hop. And guess what? He's not from the East Coast. He's from down south. He's from, I believe, Texas.
Well.
Oh, go ahead. Yo, you can go, bro.
No, I mean DJ Premier, you kicked it off with him. That was my number one, and there's not a whole lot I can add to that. When you hear Primo, you hear hip hop, just point blank, period. I know a lot of people then gave him slack for some of his production recently. It's still hip hop. It may not be up to the same quality as some of his older classics, but when I hear Primo, I hear hip hop. Go ahead.
One thing. We talking about, I know you alluding to the Nas album they did together. Nas picked those beats.
Well, not just the Nas album. I've heard some criticism for Primo for the past couple years. Not just with Light Years, yep.
The Rock Mars project? Dog.
I mean, you really like it, but I've heard some criticism for that too. But DJ Premier is my favorite producer. So, like I said, you pretty much covered everything. But people that may not know, DJ Premier was one half of the group Gang Starr. which comprised of him and Guru. Rest in peace, Guru.
Rest in peace, Guru.
A legendary group, legendary albums. And an interesting fact that I never knew till recently, I think on when Primo and Nas was doing an interview for the album, I think they said with Joe Budden. It could have been that interview, it might have been something else. But Primo said, in fact, he is from Texas, but every summer he used to come to New York. He had family in New York. So every year in the summertime, he would spend it in NYC, going back and forth. And so when he became a young man, he moved to Brooklyn and took up permanent residency there. So he always was kind of in the mix and in between the South and the East Coast. But he definitely is like the foundational pillar of the East Coast sound of hip hop from the 90s.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It ain't much more I can. Oh, one thing I do want to say that the production discography is crazy. So I could name a million of his beats, but the one beat that I heard when I was a youngster that really drew me into Primo was Mass Appeal off the Hard to Earn album. Mass Appeal is something about that beat, bro. That's what pulled me into Primo. But salute to him, man.
Salute to my brother too. Salute to my brother Yami. I don't know if you'll see this, but he put me on the Gangsta. So
Salute.
man, bro, he put me on to a lot of shit, man. Him and my other brother Emil, man. Salute to y'all if y'all see this, man. Y'all are the foundation for my love for hip hop. So salute to y'all, man.
Yeah, and I think we touched on that before, and I recently spoke with my brother too, Michael. He was the foundation for me getting into hip hop as well.
You really recently spoke to him?
About hip hop, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you spoke to him. I'm about to say how you doing, but that's no man. I asked you off air. I asked you off. All right, man. We on to the next one.
Yeah.
It's next, brother. Chocolate Boy Wonder. None other than the number one soul brother himself, Pete M. Effin Rock, bro.
Mhm.
I don't know if he was leading the charge at 90s production.
He was a big component, man.
I damn near want to say he the godfather of like boom bap, man.
That's Primo, in my opinion. I think that's Primo.
I respect it,
I think that's Primo.
but I don't know, it's something about Pete Rock and the boom bap, man. I don't know what to call it, bro, but it's just so beautiful how you put it together, man. Like
I described it as jazzy,
jazz, structured. Man, pretty much damn near all beats are kind of structured. So, but it's certain cleanness to his boom bap. Let me say that, and then a certain edginess to it. I feel like he stays in the pocket of that, like that boom bap is gonna shine through on all his records to me, man. Like he's not gonna have too much going on around it. No, I mean, it's gonna really shine through on the record, man. Some of his most masterful works to me, obviously Troy is the go-to. It's one of the greatest beats of all time, bro. I was listening to it the other day. I'm like, dog, this beat is so ridiculous. I'm like, I just want to know what went through his mind when he created it, man.
Right.
But not only that, man, The World Is Yours by Nas, another one.
Classic.
Something about that beat as well, man. And then another one I wanted to pull, man, was The Joy. I believe it was a bonus track on Watch the Throne album, man. The Joy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fire one too. I forgot about them.
Bro, and even now, man, with the recent work he did on the Auditorium, like he's still out here kicking ass on the production tip, man. Just salute to Pete Rock. Salute to Pete Rock, man. I got him on my list as one of my top 5 producers.
do as well, man. P Rock, you know, again, this from an earlier stage in hip hop. So he was in a group as well. P Rock and CL Smooth came out in the 90s. P Rock is from Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
You know, he did a lot of work with Heavy D. He's done some work for AZ, for Nas, Common, Sky Zoo, Smoke DZA, and the list goes on, man. Um, like you said, he got so much production. One thing that it's not a particular song that I want to highlight, but it's a particular project that he put out called Peach Instrumentals. That was the first beat tape that I ever heard. I know there are others, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but that was the very first one that I heard, like maybe 2000 or '01. But amazing, bro. Amazing. So salute to Pete Rock, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's my number three.
Okay.
That's my number
Okay.
three.
Another brother. I got Kanye on here, man. I got Kanye on here. I got
Man,
Ye on here. I got Ye on here, man. You know, it was hard. But the main reason why, because not only because of the soul samples, man, but I feel like with his sound, he's always trying to tweak it and elevate it and add something different to it, man. Like you can hear the progression from his earlier beats, from College Dropout. Then you had Late Registration, where he kind of opened up his sound a little more. Then he went to Graduation, where his sound it almost went towards that's when he started kind of play with more of a stadium type of sound on the album. And what I mean by that, like records, when you hear it, you can imagine this being played in a stadium or whatever. Where his earlier beats from that, it was more or less, you know what I mean, the samples, and it was kind of like a soulful hip hop vibe to it. You wasn't really thinking like on a broader scale with his production. You was just thinking how ill it was, how he chopped a sample, you know what I mean, and hearing these different artists cover his music like that, as far as like rapping over his music, I mean. But that's why I got for Ye, man. Yeezus, 808 Heartbreaks, like the sound just kept evolving into something else or changing into something else, man. Like College Dropout production doesn't sound like Late Registration to me. Graduation doesn't sound like neither one of those. Then 808 and Heartbreaks was a different chamber. Then he went to Yeezus with totally left field with more of a distorted type of vibe to it, loud and abrasive and aggressive to it. So I got Ye, man, and
He made your five. He cracked your five.
he made the five for me, man. He made the five for me, brother.
I love Ye. He didn't make my five, but I'm a huge fan of Kanye. It's two things. One thing I'm gonna save for later about Ye, but one thing I'm gonna ask you now. Do you think that Kanye is a better producer or a better artist? Which one do you think he shines more in?
And that's the trick right there. The trick is you say artist.
Hmm.
The trick is you ain't say rapper or MC. You said artist.
I mean,
So
because he does. I mean, but I guess I'm specifying the aspect of him rapping, singing, you know, all of that versus just him in his production bag.
I'm gonna say artist.
Okay.
I'm gonna say artist because his artistry is so ill, man. His artistry is so ill. One of our bros, he went to a Kanye concert, man. He was like, "That's the greatest concert he ever been to. Greatest concert." Just his, and even when you look at videos of it, man, just to see his vision come together and things of that nature, and how it expands into fashion and it expands into the stage presentation and things of that nature, man. So I would say artist, man. I would say artist.
Now it's another piece surrounding Kanye and others. I'm gonna say that for when we get done with the five. Who else you got? E?
Oh, you got to go with your producer now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Or do you want me to go and then you just go?
No, I can go.
Okay.
You covered you covered my number one, which was DJ Premier. You covered my number three, which was Pete Rock. So my number two is Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla is a special person, bruh. He hails from Detroit. You know,
Shout out to Detroit.
shout out to Detroit. What up, though? One of the, I guess he was the founder member of Slum Village. Am I correct with that? I'm not.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's one of the founder members, but I don't know who like brainchild it was. Know what I mean? I
Right.
just know it's P3, by 10, rest in peace, and Jay
Right.
Dilla, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my introduction to Dilla. Aside from his production work with Tribe Called Quest, The Far Side, and a lot of other artists. But when he kind of stepped to the forefront as a performing artist himself, it was with Slum Village
Mm-hmm.
that I know of. And man, trying to describe his style is very jazzy, funky, and loose. And by loose, I know you mentioned how you feel like P Rock is like in pocket, but Dilla kind of played around the pocket a lot, real kind of fly, like in and out, but it was just dope. It was just super dope. He's worked with everybody again, like I say, from the Tribe, Far Side, Common, Busta, Ghost, you name it. He probably then helped out or produced from him.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. The one beat, like it's so many, but the one beat that made me just say, I have to really pay attention to this guy forever, for me was Climax. When I heard Climax, man.
Watch this. Watch it. Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna wait till my turn. Keep going. Keep going.
I just could not stop playing it, man. I could not stop playing it. And to this day, when that joint come on, it just takes over, man. What the ambient sound of it is just the sample, the vocal sample that he used in it. It's just special, man. Special. And Jay Dilla is special, man. Jay Dilla is special, man. Now I know that's your go-to, your number one. So I know you might have some more to add on.
Did I ever say I love you, man? I love you,
Love
dog.
you, brother. Love you too, bro.
Dog, let me tell you how crazy what you just said is, man. Now, Jay Dilla was the next one on my list. Like I say, this is not in no order. But Jay Dilla was the next one on my list, bro. And you know what's so crazy? I been hearing Jay Dilla beats before I actually knew it was like Jay Dilla.
Right.
Because he used to go by JD, Jaydee.
Yep. Yeah.
And the first time I actually knew it was Jay Dilla was Climax. The video came on.
Okay.
You ain't gotta play hard to get. I know you. Dog. And when I tell you I used to play that on repeat myself, nigga. Start it over, bro. Cause it's just it's so mesmerizing and hypnotic with it, man. It just pulls you in.
That's the word.
It's like a nice, comfortable weighted blanket or something, man. Just pulls you in and keeps you there. Like, I don't want to move. I don't want to move from here.
Hypnotic. It's very hypnotic.
Oh, it's so. And then the I want you. Like, it's just so beautiful that how it came together, man. That's one of the highlight songs I got from him on here, man. But
Yeah.
Jay Dilla, man, I remember when Donuts came out. It was like it came out like that when it came out like
It was 06.
week. It came out after he passed for sure. It came out after he passed, and it came out like during that week time frame or something like that.
Yeah.
I damn near cried in the car listening to that album, man. That Donuts, I damn near cried in the car listening to that, bro. Such a beautiful album. His production, man, just from Stakes is High to Running to the stuff he did with Q-Tip and Tribe Called Quest to the stuff he did with Coming On Like Water for Chocolate, bro. He had like I said in the previous episode, he had like a melodic, soulful, edgy, futuristic bounce, man.
Yeah.
Like he just somehow meshed all that into a sound and it just came out like, what is this? And why am I nodding my head like this? Like, it's just so smooth, bruh. It's so smooth and beautiful, man. Some of his notable joints for me, some of my favorite joints was Didn't You Know by Erykah Badu. Stakes is High by De La Soul, which is one of my personal favorite beats. Climax. Another one of my favorites off that Some Village Volume Fantastic Volume 2, Players.
Yes.
And that's because the sample actually saying Claire, but it sound like Player.
Yeah.
That man, bro. Jesus Christ.
He's insane.
Dog. And another one of my personal favorite beats is Dynamite off the Things Fall Apart album by The Roots. That doom 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 doom. Dog. He that boy.
This elephant dynamite. That's
Dog, I gotta get that on vinyl too, man. Yeah. He had his hands in that, brother. Yeah, exactly, bro. You just be hearing Dylan, you don't even know this.
But no, it do make sense because that's the whole Soulquarian situation. And they made that album around that time frame as well. Along with the Like Water for Chocolate, along with the Mama's Gun. What else?
Voodoo.
Yeah. They was cooking. They was cooking, man. Those classic albums, bro.
No. Like they didn't miss. Not one. Like it's not one where it's like, oh, it's weak. This, that. No. Straight fucking fuego. Flames all around, bro.
Yeah, I wish I could have been around to be a fly on the wall.
Dog.
Man.
Dog. What I wouldn't give to be a fly on the wall, bro. What I wouldn't give, bro. Man. But yeah, man, that's my fourth pick for producers, man. What you got, brother?
All right. So that was Dilla is my number 2. My number 4 producer is the Resurrector from Wu-Tang Clan. I would describe RZA as gritty, unorthodox, metaphysical, just ill touch to his production, man. Ill touch, dirty. And he, a lot like Jay Dilla, a lot of his shit would kind of be like on beat, off beat. Like he'll play around with it. It wouldn't always necessarily be in a certain perfect pocket, but it just give you a certain feel, man. And I think when we were growing up, man, especially back in the 90s, RZA shit sounded so out of this world to me. You know,
I like it, bro. Nothing like it. Nothing like it out there, bro.
And I mean, he produced some amazing classics, you know, from the Clan into the 36 Chambers to what was the second one? Wu-Tang Forever. Now, of course, he had other producers that worked with him in certain projects and on certain songs, but I believe he produced a great deal of most of the Clan's solo albums, at least in the beginning. From Method Man to
GZA, Ghost.
Right, he produced
Ray.
most of their albums. And the brother is just amazing, man. RZA is amazing, man. I want to say the first beat that really pulled me in to RZA, and it wasn't Into the 36 Chambers. You know, I really appreciated that later on. I really appreciated like Cream later on. But like when I first heard or paid attention to RZA was when I heard Bring the Pain. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So that right there. And then if I had to name an album, you know I gotta go with Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords is a perfect masterclass on producing. Perfect damn near, man. But yeah, I love RZA, man. Love RZA, man.
Yeah, man. One of my all-time favorite beats is Nutmeg. What better way to start an album, man? You kind of make me, because I don't have
Did
RZA
RZA
up.
do it?
I believe he did, brother. I believe he did.
'Cause
Man.
I know he only did a couple joints on Supreme Clientele.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I'm gonna go with my fifth one, but really you can interchange any one of these, damn near any one of these for like RZA or Dr. Dre or some like Large Professor or somebody. I gotta dig more into Large Professor catalog too, though. I ain't gonna front. As much as I love hip hop,
Yeah.
it's fire, but I really want to dig into his more of his production, man, and Marley Marl.
Before you go, RZA didn't produce Nutmeg. Black Mozart, producer named Black Mozart produced it. And RZA rapping on there.
I
But
stand corrected.
yeah, that was yeah. RZA did The Grain, and he did Buck 50.
Mm.
He did Stroke of Death, and he did Child's Play.
I thought he did Nutmeg. That's
Now
crazy.
there's a brother named Black Mozart.
Okay, then. Okay, now I stand corrected.
It sound like RZA though. It sound like his style.
And you know who else? Mathematics and True Masters are also dope producers.
Yeah.
And I only mention that because they under the Wu too. They fire too.
Thank you for bringing that up, because they deserve a lot of credit too. They are ill.
Yeah, I want RZA to get back. Oh, go ahead.
You was mentioning too, like Large Pro, Marley Marl, and some of them guys ill too, bro. Like I've been listening to a lot of old school stuff, and I gotta dig a little deeper. But those guys were cold too.
Yeah, maybe a show coming up soon. Maybe a show. You know, I'm gonna dip back into my bag, 80s bag, and you know what I mean. Go back to when my brother used to play these joints. You inspired a new show. Yeah, you inspired a new episode. But and before we move on, I want RZA to get back into his bag one more time, like really sit down and give us the final Wu Tang album that we want. The last one, I love Wu Tang, but it wasn't the best work.
Wasn't what you wanted.
Exactly, man. I just need him to focus and give us that shit one more time. The fifth producer, none other than the brother Madlib.
Okay. Okay.
First time I'm pretty sure I've heard Madlib before, but the first time I actually started to really pay attention to him, I was in, I believe it was Tower Records downtown, Virgin or Tower, one of those record stores downtown. And this is back when they used to have the little setup where they had the headphones and they had an album playing and you could put it on and like go through the album just to see if you like it or not. And it was Shades of Blue album where he took different jazz records from the Blue Note record label and just did his thing with them, bro. And since then I've been hooked on Madlib, bro. Since then I've been a fan of Madlib, man. He had Stuff for yesterday was a new quintet that's a jazz ensemble that's dope. I haven't really gotten to the Quasimodo albums like that, I'll be honest. But even the work he did with Jay Dilla, man, the J-Lib Champion Sound album was nice. The continuous work he did with like Black Star, with Yasin Bey and Talib individually and together. The stuff he
Yeah.
did with Freddie Gibbs, stuff he did R.I.P. MF Doom, Mad Villainy, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time.
No argument.
Dog, I was listening to it the other day. I'm like, dog, the way they did this shit was crazy. But with his sound, man, one thing about his sound that I haven't really heard it from anybody before him, but I hear it a little bit after him, is the rawness of it, bro. The rawness of his sound, bro. It's almost sound like it's almost sound like it's not mastered, almost like it's just the here you go. I ain't touching it up. I'm not doing the extra bells and whistles on it. Here's the sample, and I'm gonna, man, put some drums around it and give it to you. And dog, he hasn't really missed, bro. He haven't really missed, and it's that rawness and stripped downness of his sound that I love, bro. You know what I mean? Some of my favorites, all caps, on the Mad Villainy album.
Yeah.
Accordion.
Yeah.
Who in the hell using an accordion in hip hop, bro? Madlib is. I'm pretty sure there's some other producers out there. For the musically inclined people, comment. Put us on to some stuff you may be doing, or some of your favorite producers.
Yeah,
Some of your favorite producers in here, because this is our personal favorite, and this list could be interchangeable. Because when you said RZA, a part of me, my heart broke because it's like, damn, E, you're slipping. Crime Pays off the Bandana album.
Man.
And Goddamn off the Bandana album.
This is amazing, man. You put me on the Madlib, man.
Dog.
Gotta thank you for that, man.
He's a fucking genius, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that's my 5, man. I got DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Kanye West, Jay Dilla, and Madlib. And you know what? Sitting here talking, man, I kind of want to change this list around a little bit. It can change. I don't have Dr. Dre on here, and Dr. Dre belongs in the top 5 at least. At least top 5. He belongs in there. You know what I'm saying? RZA.
But you know, this not a definitive list. It's just kind of what you feeling, and my 5, I told you I kind of picked 2. I had 2 guys that's tied for my 5th spot. Now, some people might get mad at me, but this is, again, just our personal, what we vibing to.
We do what we want up here, bro. We do what we want.
My 2 guys that I got tied in my 5th spot is Knowledge and Obliv. So, Obliv. I've put you on to him, but I don't know if you ever really.
I don't know. I probably heard some stuff. Okay then.
But you familiar with Knowledge? A lot more people are probably familiar with Knowledge.
Knowledge is nasty, bro. He's fucking nasty, bro. Like
a lot of people familiar with him from his work with Anderson .Paak, because they form a group called No Worries. And a lot of people familiar with him from producing Mama off of To Pimp a Butterfly by K-Dot. But he got a lot of music, man. A lot of music. He's worked with a lot of people, from Mock Hami to Rock Marcy, Quelle Chris, Action Bronson, more on the underground side. But outside of providing beats for MCs, he put out a lot of beat tapes and blend tapes. If you go on Bandcamp and look up his name and his work, man, he got so many projects. So many. But to me, Knowledge is just I hate to like compare them, but he and Obliv remind me of Dilla a lot.
Okay.
Knowledge, the way he samples, the way he programs his drums and loops, it's kind of like you can't pin him down either. You know what I'm saying? It's not rigid. It's real loose and kind of experimental. But he's amazing, man. He's from New Jersey. But like I say, worked a lot with Anderson .Paak. And one of his big claim to fames too was he used to take old Meek Mill freestyles and put them over his production. And he took some old music soul child songs, put them over his production. And a lot of people caught on to him that way as well. But Knowledge is the man. Love it.
You know,
Obliv, you're not as familiar with, but
I'm not.
definitely pumped him up, man. He's from Virginia.
Okay, now.
He's an ill producer too. He rhyme a little bit too, but he's one of my favorite producers, bro. Like him and Knowledge, I get him that fifth spot because I want to say like over the past 10 years or so, they really have caught my ear and my attention, man. Like I gotta listen to their stuff, man, and I always appreciate it. But yeah, Obliv from VA. Fun fact, D'Angelo at one point in time was getting a record label together.
Okay.
He and Obliv had crossed paths and met at I think a Barnes and Noble or something. And he ended up hearing some of Obliv's stuff. And when he was gonna kick off his label, he was going to sign Obliv. It didn't happen, but it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So if D'Angelo was fucking with you, you'll see, man. When you tap in, you gonna see, bro. He did a lot of work with the Mutant Academy. I don't know if you're
Okay.
familiar with them. Fly Anakin.
Fly Anakin.
You
I heard
familiar?
that fly. Yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with Fly Anakin.
Did a lot of work with them. One of the favorite beats from him is called Anima Mundi. It came out in 2022 off of the no, that's the album. The album is called Anima Mundi, and the beat is called Hold On. Bro. It transports you. It transports you, bro. That's what I love about guys like.
Send me that.
Yeah.
Send me that. Send me that. I'm gonna have to listen to it now.
It's another one too. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you two. One is called Hold On, and then it's another one from his Spirit Medicine album. It's called Talk to Me, bro. I'm gonna send them to you. I hope you listen to them and give me some feedback because they fire, man.
Okay. Okay then. Okay then. Okay then, brother. Yeah, man.
So that's my five, man. Primo, J Dilla, Pete Rock, RZA, and Knowledge, and
Yeah, man. And please, it may sound a little disrespectful, our list, and I understand because we don't have Dr. Dre. To the older heads out there, we don't have Marley Marl in there. And countless others. Timbaland may be somebody's favorite producer, man. Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying?
And it's nothing. It's like it's only five, and I snuck and did six, but it's only so many. But I think we just picked we vibing with at the moment. But like you say,
Maybe,
tomorrow
man.
it could be another list, man.
Because what Havoc did on the Mobb Deep albums, especially the first 2 to 3. Well, the second, not and I'm not gonna say the first 2 or 3 because Juvenile Hell technically is their first Mobb Deep album, but
Right.
the infamous Hell on Earth murder music.
Havoc is a problem, man.
Havoc.
He need a lot more love, man.
Dog.
Havoc a
You,
problem.
you know he on my list, man. He tied with somebody up here, man. Put Havoc on here. I'm putting Dr. Dre up here, man. I feel wrong not having these people on the list, man, but I had to go with what I'm feeling at the moment. Like you
Yeah.
said, man, bro. Who else is some producers out there? And yeah, who else is some producers out there, man? That we may have missed.
Of course, The Alchemist, Conductor, Metro.
I can't put Conductor up there yet. Not yet. He's fairly new.
We gotta get to him, man. We gotta get Conductor is ill, bro. We can give it to him, and he been doing this for a while. It's just just broke through, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conductor is ill. I like Derringer. I think Derringer need a lot of love.
Darren.
The whole Griselda wave, those guys. What's the other guy name, man? His name escaping me. He did a project recently with Este Nat last.
That's the Devano or Aldivino,
Yeah.
Aldivino or whatever.
Nah, it wasn't Aldivino. Was it Camouflage Monk? He's another dope.
He's fire.
He is fire. It wasn't Camouflage. I can't think of the other brother name, but you mentioned Battle Cat last time we was talking from the West Coast. DJ Quick.
DJ Quick.
Yeah.
Like it could go on and on, bro. But I do feel like Conductor is definitely on his way, bro. I started following him on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I subscribed to his page on YouTube, man, and he was breaking down how he made that BDPB for Westside Gun, Mock Homie, and Rome Street. No, Westside Gun, Stove God, and Rome Streets, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, that man is ill, bro. He was on vacation pretty much, chilling with Westside Gun at one of Westside Gun penthouses or whatever, and he just had his equipment, and he just like he was just chilling, thinking about vacationing or whatever. And they had a little downtime, so you figure he'll fool around on some shit. And he wasn't even really done with the beat or whatever. He just had the sample going. He was like, all right, I'll come back later because they're about to go out to eat. Westside Gun was like, wait a minute, play that again? Next thing you know, yeah, man. So Conductor, we have a problem.
The producer that I couldn't remember his name. I looked him up. It's V-Don.
V-Don. I heard it before.
Fire. That man Camouflage Monk.
DJ Scratch is another one we missed.
Yeah.
Earth Tone 3, Outkast got some heat, man. Organized Noise.
He's by the pound.
DJ Tone. Man, stop playing. Stop playing, man.
Yeah.
We missing people out here, man. We just missing everybody.
Again, No ID, Legendary Trackster. You know,
man.
It's a lot, man. And this is a guy I really want to mention too, man. He never get brought up in the producer conversation. DJ Unique. Did a lot of Bone production, bro. Classic.
Yeah. DJ Unique. I remember DJ Unique. Yeah.
People need to show him some love, bro.
Black Milk.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Another one that's on their way, but they've been around for a while. But another one, I'm gonna have to dig more into their catalog. And I heard of this person before I even knew who they were. Like, or whatever. Preservation, man. Preservation, bro.
Preservation is a beat. He's up.
He up there. Bro. He ill, man. He's ill, bro. The work he did on the Ecstatic album by Yasin Bey, bro.
He been around for a while, man.
Bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. He been around for a minute, man, but the Gabe Nandez, I keep messing up the name, but that album, Sortilege album, fire, bro. Fire. I listened to that the other day, man. Fire, bro. Man, it could go on and on, man, but definitely some of we pretty much spoke about some of the future ones that I could possibly see in the top 10. Alchemist in my top 10. I gotta put Alchemist up. That's what the work he's been putting out and the consistency. I gotta put him somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But conducting and preservation, man, they making a move up there, man. Knowledge is another one that's ill, man. No, man, I'm definitely gonna dig into more his bag because the joint you sent me the other day, far as the Bandcamp sample or the Bandcamp album that you sent me, dog, it was fire. It was fire. It was fire, bro. So yeah, man. Definitely it's a lot of beautiful music out here, man. Salute to all the producers out there that racking your brain, coming up with like the beat and trying to search, crate digging and searching for samples and doing all different types of stuff to bring us the beautiful art, man. Just salute to y'all, man.
I was finna name some more, but we'll be naming forever, man.
Okay then. So you could go in, then now's the time to do it.
I mean, Apollo Brown, Future Wave. You know, I'm gonna keep naming, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there because I did have a question for you.
What's up?
So, you know, in hip hop, we have producers that are typically like solo producers, like a Pete Rock or a Madlib, typically, and then you have groups like 808 Mafia, Organized Confusion, and things of that nature. And you also have producers that sometimes ghost produce or have ghost produce for them, or they just have a big ass team of people working with them on a particular track. Like Kanye has had guys like 88 Keys and Digital Nas,
Boy.
Hit Boy, right. And Kanye himself, when he was a young man coming up in the game, they say he used to ghost produce for Derek D. Angeletti.
Yeah.
So, and let me not forget the Hitman, because I was naming like the Hitman with Cole. You know, yeah. Nasheem,
Elsa's.
Lawrence, Ra, Chucky Thompson, Stevie J. Like the Hitman was crazy, bro.
But Scott Storch is another producer we didn't mention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, don't crucify us.
My question to you is, why is it that it's acceptable and okay to have ghost production, to have collaborative production, but it's not okay to have collaborative writing or ghost writers when it comes to the MC?
My personal take on it. No, man, with me, this MCing comes from like a deep place, man. What you know, what you've seen, what you've been through, what some of your people may have been through, and you want to articulate it in music form. It comes with a certain level of bravado to it as well. Because saying I'm the best or whatever is part of the DNA of an MC. Like, even if it's not your main thing, you still throw something in there, such as that. For perfect example, Conway. Conway is one of my favorite MCs. Well, not I don't even want to say currently. He's one of my favorite MCs. Period, bro. And the stuff he talk about, he talk about what he's been through, and it's just so happened to be real street oriented or whatever. But occasionally throughout his rhymes or whatever, he say he top 5. He say he the greatest. He'll say he the best. So, and that's not, and I'm just using that one MC as an example. But it comes with a certain level of bravado, man, and braggadocious, where in order to say that, you gotta at least write your own stuff. You can't have a claim to fame saying you the greatest and you don't write your own stuff. Because then, how many people could claim a part of your greatness? How many people can claim a part of your greatness like that?
I gotta ask then, because you have certain producers like Timbaland with Danger or Danger Hands, okay, Kanye with 88 Keys, and a few others.
Other producers, yeah.
So, are you saying that their greatness is chopped down.
It doesn't come with a level of bravado with it. It's the music playing. It's sort of like you may be it's sort of like you may be piecing it together, but you may not know how to play a certain instrument. It's sort of like you putting a band together. You got somebody that may know specialize in drums or whatever. You got somebody that may specialize in playing the piano or organ or things of that nature. That's how I look at it.
So is that different from if you're an artist or you're MC and you have someone that might be good with melodies? Somebody might be a little better with, you know, uh, being clever or funny. You have an idea, you may have a line or two, but you collaborate with other creators and you put together a particular song.
Touche.
Is that different?
Touche. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna say yes simply because, like I stated before, and I guess it's all depends on what you're doing it for. Because some people don't even care about being the best or whatever. Some people don't have that certain level of bravado in that aspect of like, oh, being the best or claiming a certain status in the art form like that. Some people don't have that. But to express yourself with the written word, bro, like these are your thoughts, your ideas, what you've been through. Like it's more detailed. You can kind of get a more direct feel for where the artist is coming from with that. Like certain, hold on, follow me now. Whereas in production, it may not come across as much. Like you may another producer may hear a certain sound. They may add a bell to something or add a certain part of a sample in there or whatever that may help. Hold on, that may help it out and may help boost the quality of the sound. Now with writing,
Anything?
hold on, with writing,
Right.
it can be that like you may have a certain artist that may be a little more witty or a little more funnier than you, or have like know how to put a comedic punchline into a bar or something.
Or it may say you should add this, you can add this word, or you can add this line, or you can say it like this.
Not saying it like that, that's not ghostwriting. Not adding I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too much of a purist when it comes to that aspect of it. But words have the ability to penetrate the human soul where sometimes music can't, man. Like words have the ability to convey what a person going through or what they've been through. Or
Can I push back on that?
Oh, go ahead.
I gotta push back. We all dealing with vibrations, whether we verbally or whether
frequencies and all that. Huh?
exactly. And to keep it real, man, most people they check for music based on the beat. Based on the beat. You know what I'm saying? It's the beat that make people move. It's the beat that really catches a lot of
I see what you're saying.
Now some of us
God damn it, it's not allowed in MC, man. It's not allowed in MC. I'm sorry, bro. When we making the beat, it's like a band. All right, then, my nigga, play the drum. Play this horn right here. Play this trumpet, my nigga. Play the guitar. But when it comes down to the verses, nigga, I'm speaking about what I've been through, what my life was like, what I'm going through, no matter on what level. I'm speaking about that verbally to you. Like, you're not going to find it in the melody or nothing. I'm saying these particular words to you. Know what I mean? Giving you something from me personally.
how many songs are like that? Like if you had to give a percentage,
And
how many songs are that personal?
And hold on. Conway admitted in an interview that he didn't know how to finish a verse, so he got like 4 bars from Jay-Z before. He got 4 bars from Jay-Z before, so and he's one of my favorite MCs. So in a sense, right now, you could say I contradicted myself in that sense right there.
I mean, people used to say Jay-Z was a biter because he oftentimes would take Biggie rhymes and throw them in his verses.
People say Jay-Z took from Young Chris style.
People say, yeah, But I think he was showing love.
I think he was partly influenced, man. Jay-Z, at that time, Jay-Z been doing it for so long, bro. A new young energy come in, thinking some fly shit. Oh, let me see how I could kind of tweak that into my style and still kind of be me. Hey, man, people say that Jay had, you know what I mean, got some sauce from Young Chris.
But to I guess to round it off is that for you personally, words are more important than the sonics. Words are more personal to you than the sonics
But,
and production. That's why
but
you feel like it's a difference.
the
And it's
reason being,
okay.
the music itself always been a collaborative effort. Like I said, it's always been a collaborative effort where you had people that specialize in a particular instrument or what have you. So with production, it almost falls it almost falls in line like that. Now, as far as the actual words or whatever, singers usually have like collaborative art writers and everything. But I think the main thing that separates MCing from all of that is the level of bravado that comes with it. Honestly, it's the level of bravado that comes with it. Imagine, imagine somebody saying they the best at something, and then you realize there's actually somebody besides you that's doing most of the writing for you. You may deliver it great, but it's somebody beside you writing that shit for you. And they could make, you know what I mean? As far as the verses. Now, choruses, I don't know what I mean. Choruses, that's a whole different thing. I don't too much care about somebody doing a chorus for somebody, but the actual 16 to 32 bars in there.
Like, if we got a chorus where if I got a chorus where Ella May is singing, okay, whatever. But if there's a chorus that I'm performing, that I'm basically rapping the chorus, but somebody else wrote it for me, that's not ghostwriting. Who was making these rules, E? I'm really curious.
These are my rules.
Well, a lot of people second that.
These are my rules, bro. This is just how I feel. Like I say, maybe I'm too much of a purist or whatever you want to call it, however you want to tag it. But that's just how I feel about it. Like I say, somebody writing a chorus, that's one thing. Somebody actually going in and writing those verses, man, and structuring it and busting their brain to come up with it, just for another person to get on mic and pretty much be a puppet to it. What? Let me take that back. Not a puppet. That's a little too harsh. But for them to try to convey that, you know what I mean, as if it was their own work. Excuse me. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. And
If they listing. So just like you look up certain Kanye songs, he listing everybody.
oh yeah, he got a lot of workers on his
You
music.
know who helping with the writing, you know who helping with the production. I looked up this recent uh Isaiah Rashad song, which is fire by the way.
The
And
same day,
same shit, I think.
same shit. Yeah, yeah, that is dope. That is dope. Yeah.
But I looked at the production and it was a handful of names. So why I just personally find it hard to wrap my mind around people not having an issue with collaborative production, but having biggest of issues with collaborative writing and emceeing, but with the caveat that it's okay to get a chorus wrote for you, but the verses got to be yours, and then it's not ghostwriting. It's just to me, the rules are weird.
Now, if you want to say the chorus is ghostwriting, you can say that. You can say that. If you want to say like somebody wrote the chorus, you can say the chorus is ghostwriting. If you want to put that in the bag of the ghostwriting, you can. You can.
Me, I'm gonna say this because I feel like ghost production and ghost writing is strictly if person that really did it, no one knows, and you claim it for yourself. So if producer A got this fire beat and his name alone is credited for producing it, but some kid from Brooklyn actually produced it, that's ghost producing. But if producer A got this crazy beat and his name is attached to it, but also you see the kid from Brooklyn credited, I don't think that's ghost producing. The same with the writing. If you got an MC, you like, man, that's a crazy song, man. The second verse, the third verse, but then you see there are other writers credited, then that's not ghostwriting. But if it's just that MC credited for those verses and for that writing, but a kid from Chicago wrote the verses, but don't get no credit, don't nobody know except for people that's in the know, then that's ghost to me. But when people come together collaboratively to make some stuff, to make some art, whether it's on the production side or the writing side, I think folks need to relax.
I'd say maybe I'm too much of a purist or whatever. So
Yeah.
I've kind of loosened up on that myself, man. Because honestly, some of our favorites may have had ghostwriters. Low key, I don't want to know.
Oh, mate. And the next episode, we diving in to this ghostwriting. We diving in.
Okay, man, I'm gonna have to, because I know there was like Snoop, and that's one of my favorite MCs, man. Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know recently he been doing it.
But he admitted it though.
Yeah, he did.
It really wasn't like he hid it. Oh, we're gonna get into it. I just wanted your opinion on the production side of having multiple people, have multiple hands in the pot. It don't seem to be as big of an issue in the production world.
Now, what if the artist wrote the majority of wrote pretty much all of the material early on in their career, and then once they made it big and had all these different things open up to them, like they became a little too busy, too focused on the writing aspect, so they may get somebody to come in and write for them. Now that, man, fuck that shit, man. That shit, nigga. Write your shit, nigga. You claim you the best out here. Write your shit.
But no, man, that was all I had, man.
No, that's a great question, man. That's a great question. And I really wanted to try to take my time and answer it. I probably did a piss poor job of answering it, but
No, you answer from your perspective, so
that's how I feel about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of the time to create a hit like that, man, it does take a collaborative effort because, it does take a collaborative effort. I'm just going to leave it at that, man, Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you seen the video I sent you and said.
Not yet. I am going to look at it, though. Matter of fact, when we get off of here, I'm going to look at it.
Not the one today. I sent one a couple days ago, but it was about it was taking a clip from your girl Elsie, not Elsie.
Yeah.
So she had a year-end wrap-up where she was talking to Parks from Joe Budden, DJ Head, a young lady that's a writer. I forgot her name, and they Rob Markman. It was
Salute to Rob Mark.
Yeah, but it was 3 episodes. I missed it. It came, like I said, it came out at the end of the year. But when I saw a clip in the video I sent you of DJ Head saying how he wished that, or he wants guys like Dot and others to talk more to media about their process, saying that it's a team in the studio coming together, making the magic, basically. People like a Dave Free, people like other, musicians or writers and producers, they all building something together. Now he's not saying that people writing for Kendrick, but what I'm saying is, like you said, it's a collaborative effort to make big records, to make classic records. It takes a lot of teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there, man. But we gonna get into the ghostwriting, man. So get ready, man.
I'm here for it. I'm here
Yep.
for it, man. You know,
Yeah.
I'm scared to look behind the curtain.
So any last words, E? Before we wrap?
Man, great episode, man. One, like, comment, subscribe, share with your peoples, man. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. You can follow us on Twitter/X. You can follow us on Apple Podcasts, man. If you look down in the comment section, you should be able to see like all the links or what have you. And yeah, man, salute to Halo Pain. Still out here putting out dope verses, man. Salute to LYD Foundation, still doing their thing with the food pantry. I gotta look up the post to see what state he was running in this time. And salute to Equal Shared Parenting. Follow them on Instagram as well. And God bless everybody, man. Yeah. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. God bless.